My name is Nafsika. I'm one of the cardiac rehabilitation exercise physiologists in Addenbrooke's Hospital, and I'm going to demonstrate you some resistance band exercises. For these exercises, you will need a resistance band, a chair, and some water. If you have any chest discomforts or any new symptoms, please do not proceed with the exercises and contact the cardiac rehabilitation team at your earliest convenience. Thank you. Please perform the exercises at least twice per week. Do 8 to 10 repetitions per exercise for 1 to 3 sets. Before you start these exercises, ensure you have been thoroughly warmed up and you also keep your feet moving between the repetitions. Let's begin with the first exercise, which is going to be the bicep curl. To start with, we step on the band. If your band is long enough, you can do both hands at the same time. And then what you are going to do with a nice tall posture and engaging your oblique muscles, you're going to bend your elbows and bring your hands up to your shoulder level and then down, slowly return. You exhale on the phase up and inhale on the way down. The next exercise is going to be focused on your shoulders, the deltoid muscle groups. So first thing is to step on the band. If your band is long enough, you can perform both hands simultaneously. If not, you can do obviously single arms only. We start this exercise as always engaging your abdominal muscles, having a nice and tall posture, and then you bring the hands approximately up to your shoulder level and then return slowly back with control. During this exercise, ensure that the elbows are slightly bent and soft and they are not locking. On the way up, on the difficult part of the exercise, exhale, take the breath out and inhale on the way back. The next exercise is the chest press exercise. For this exercise, we're going to bring the band around your back. You're going to hold the band and having your hands next to your ribs. We start by pushing the hands forward and then returning slowly back. When you push your hands forward, take care not to lock the elbows and keep them slightly bent and soft. And then return slowly back with control. You exhale on the way forward and inhale on the way back. Engage your core muscles all the time. One more exercise for your shoulders now is the upright row. You need to step on the band, right? Then just a little tricky thing now, you're gonna cross the band and hold it with opposite hands. You see I have crossed the bands, right? And this movement, as I said, is focused on your shoulder muscles. So what you do is you bring your elbows up and then down, you return slowly with control. As you can see, the elbows are in a higher level than my wrists. Engage your core muscles all the time to protect your spine. We're going to work now on your upper back muscles. So we start this exercise by holding the band with hands slightly close together, ensuring that the band is straight and not relaxed. The first step is to pull the band slightly As you can see, my forearm is straight, which means that the elbow joint is in line with my wrist. So I pull slightly, making sure elbows and wrists are in line together. The second step is to bring my hands towards my belly button, squeezing my shoulder blades together, bringing my chest forward, feeling that contraction in my upper back. Then I bring my hands forward and then relax the movement. So 4 steps. 1, pull. 2, bring towards your belly button, squeezing the shoulder blades together, bringing your chest forward. Hold for up to 3 seconds and then bring hands forward again and relax. Pull, bring towards your belly button, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Then bring your hands forward and then relax. First, pull, ensuring wrists are in line with your elbows. Bring backwards towards your belly button, contracting these upper back muscles, bringing your chest forward. Then bring your hands forward slowly and then relax. As you can see, my elbows are always very close to my ribs. Then bring your hands forward and relax. Now we're going to mainly focus on wrist and shoulder strengthening. So the twist and pull is the next exercise. You can fold the bands to have some more resistance. You bring one hand on the top and then the other one on the bottom. Hands close to the chest. You make sure that you twist slightly, but your wrists are in line together. They are not overflexing or overextending like this. So you just twist slightly, your wrists are in line, and then you pull apart, one hand up, one hand down. Keep for 3 seconds and then relax the movement. So you twist slightly, wrists are neutral, pull, one hand up, one hand down, and then relax. You take the breath out when you push your hands opposite directions, and then inhale when you return and relax. Twist and then pull apart. And then repeat for the other side as well. Bring the other hand on the bottom and the opposite hand on the top. The next exercise is the bow and arrow exercise. This exercise has 2 different movements. One hand is pushing forward and the other hand is pulling backwards. So you hold the band approximately to your shoulder level, and then the movement is taking place at the same time, pushing and pulling opposite directions. Like this. Yeah. You take the breath out when you push and pull, and then when you return, you inhale. Engage your core muscles all the time. And repeat for the other side as well. Now we're going to focus on the triceps, the back side of your arms. To begin with, you hold the band with one hand, you bring this hand across your shoulder, and the other hand grabs the band slightly lower. You start this exercise by pulling the band down, extending your arm up to your hip level approximately, and then you return slowly back. This hand ensures all the time that the shoulder is stable during this movement. You move only your elbow during this exercise, so you can emphasize on the tricep muscles. You exhale on the way down and inhale on the way up. Engage your core muscles all the time during this movement. And also make sure that the shoulder is stable and it's not moving backwards or forwards during the tricep extension. Repeat the same exercise for the other side. Let's work on our legs now too. So now bring your bands under your foot, under your engage your core muscles all the time. Make sure you do not lock the knee, so it always remains slightly bent on the extension. Let's work on the hips now. So bring the band around your legs, not around the knee joints, only around the muscles. That's very important to remember. And then hold the band tightly with your hands. All right? So what we're going to do is to open the legs from the hip joint out and then return. Out and then slowly return back. Take the breath out when you are pushing and then inhale on the return phase. Another thing to remember is that your toes are always on the floor, so you are not moving the feet at all. It's only the hips that are doing this movement. Exercise for your legs, bringing the bands around your thighs, holding the band tightly, yeah? And what we're gonna do is a march on the spot, lifting alternatively your leg. Keep marching, just a few more repetitions. Let's work on the core muscles now. Bring the hands on your shoulder level with a mild contraction on the band so it's not loose. Begin the movement by engaging your core muscles. You twist your core on one side and then you return slowly forward. You repeat the same thing for the other side as well.